Well, if you're new here, why should you listen to me telling you about what I think you should do if you're new to natural hair? Well, in summary, I transitioned from relaxed to natural in the year 2015. Yes, I cut off the last of my relaxed hair, I think early 2016, and I have been natural since. I also have 8 years as a natural hairstylist and braider. No longer doing that full time, however, my experience and my knowledge still continues to grow in that subject, as you will see if you click on my YouTube channel. As well as my other social media pages. I remain someone who is extremely passionate about hair growth, sharing tips, and ensuring that all of us are healthy in our growth journeys when it comes to our hair. Sanbrani Dumalang, hello, my name is Malwande and welcome to my channel. Now, I'm also doing this because I know that nowadays there is just so much information overload about, yeah, you need this for your hair, and you need that, and you need this brush, and you need that thing, and you need that. The list is endless, and every single time there are new products being developed, there are new people coming up with new advice and new methods, and don't use oil, use butter, don't use this butter, don't mix conditioner with water, don't. It is a lot. It's a lot. It's overwhelming even for me, who has been on this journey for so many years. So in this video, I want to simplify all of that and silence the noise, remove the clutter, and give you just 8 steps that will help you get started on your natural hair care journey. The first step is get basic hair care products. I literally mean the basics, the bare minimum of what you need. Get that from whichever brand you feel suits your pocket, suits your taste, suits your aesthetics, whatever. But also check the ingredients list. Make sure that everything is just basic. What you need: shampoo, you need a deep conditioner, and you need a moisturizing product. Just 3, ne? We're just gonna start you off on 3. Once you feel like, okay, I have a bit of extra money, you can definitely get an oil as well. An oil. That is as basic as your hair care can be, and that is what I would suggest. Next thing I would do is to choose a wash day based on my schedule. You want to make sure that you choose wash day based on what suits your life. Don't build your life around your natural hair. Build your natural hair care around your life. Because you're living on this earth not to look after your hair, okay? You have many other responsibilities, many other priorities. Hair is part of your self-care life, which is very important. Yes, very important. I agree. It does matter, but you cannot be building your life schedule around what you've decided for your hair or what someone else has dictated you must do about your hair. So I would suggest that you do exactly that. Just because everyone says Sunday is wash day doesn't mean your wash day must be on a Sunday. Perhaps you have 2 hours of freedom on a Tuesday morning. Wash your hair on a Tuesday morning, but whatever it is that you're going to decide on that day and stick to it, okay? This is how we build what we call a routine. And having a routine for your hair is quite important. The biggest part of forming that routine is selecting a wash day. And by wash day, it's just a popular term we use. Does not mean that the whole day is dedicated to your hair. It just means this is where you wash your hair, you do your treatments, you check how your hair is doing, whatever. Just one day. Some people take it as far as having this one day in 2 weeks because of how their schedules and their lives are set up. So look at your life, look at your calendar, and select what frequency works for you. Is it once a week, or is it once every 2 weeks? What day is it? And stick beside it. The same way that you decide when it comes to your skincare, you decide, for instance, for me, Wednesday nights are exfoliation nights, and you stick to that because you want to see results. The same theory applies for your hair. Pick a day, stick to it, and that's how you're going to build the habit of consistency as well as discipline. This is important. Avoid repeating tight hairstyles. Now, I know the Afro puff, I'll put it here. This hairstyle, we love it. Yo! Every natural hair girl, this is a go-to hairstyle. Fine, it's all good and well to do that. But that is considered a tight hairstyle. This is not a low tension hairstyle. This hairstyle is tight, okay? You are literally pulling your hair in all directions. Straight up, right? Avoid doing those types of hairstyles repeatedly, because what does that do? It starts to pull at the hair on your on the perimeter of your head, and you're doing that over and over again, which will lead to breakage, hence defeating our purpose of trying to grow healthy hair. So it's fine, do that hairstyle, but do it like once a week, do it once in 2 weeks. And there are many other examples. This is just the one I can think of right now, but there are many other examples of tight natural hairstyles. You just want to avoid doing them over and over again. Visit them from time to time. Anytime it is possible. Your hair is fine when it's free. Your hair is best when it's not being forced to group together. That is where your hair flourishes. But you know, because of life, sometimes you're having a tough day, the morning is hectic, you don't know what to do with your hair, you just you put it into a puff and you're done. Cool. But when you come home, first thing you must do, take that thing down. Free your hair, let your hair breathe. That leads me to the next point, being protective styling. Protective styling all of a sudden has a bad reputation because it can affect your hairline quality, it can make your hair dry and brittle, it can cause split ends. I have made an extensive video on the subject where I spoke about why braids not working for you. I will link it here or here, as well as in the description box below, and you can check that out. But I went through all the reasons why a particular protective styling like knotless braids or whatever may not be working for you. But here I want to just emphasize that protective styling is for your convenience. Does it help to grow hair? I want to say yes, because your hair is breaking much less. It is breaking at a slower rate because your hair is in a hairstyle like mine right now. As you can see, I currently have cornrows. I am not having my hands in my hair this week and probably for the next 3 weeks because I have it in a hairstyle, which means that you're able to retain more length simply because you are not touching your hair, you're not fiddling with it, you're not messing with it, you're literally just allowing it to be. And that is the job of protective hairstyles. Now, to this, I also want to say, try to do low tension protective hairstyles, okay? So what does this mean? It means a type of hairstyle that will not give you a headache for 3 days. Actually, that's the simplest way to put it. The hairstyle that is not giving you a headache for 3 days. But yeah, protective styling really does help. Also, this is how you simplify your hair care, okay? Because you know that, my hair is in a hairstyle. I don't have to worry about it. I can just go about my life. The least I need to do is to look after my scalp and to moisturize perhaps once a week. And that is all that you need to do. You can also wash your protective hairstyles depending on how long you're keeping them for, as well as what type of hairstyle it is that you have. Then the next thing you want to do is to learn how to detangle properly. Yo, wait. This can literally make or break your hair, just like the protective hairstyle choices. Literally, if you do not learn how to properly detangle your hair, you will break your hair yourself, or your hairstylist will break your hair. Whoever's handling your hair will break your hair. For instance, if you grew up in South Africa like me, we grew up going to hair salons where people do not know what to do with our type 4 hair, and they take an afro comb and they insert it at the root to detangle, and they go from the root and just go whah, and hey guys, need a trauma. I will. Yo, and I know I'm not alone. I know. Comment below if that has happened to you as well and all you could do was to keep quiet. Especially if you were still a child. But yeah, that is detangling. However, it is the worst way to detangle and the quickest way that you can lead yourself down to hair breakage. And you can lead yourself literally away from the direction we are trying to go, which is healthy hair. So yeah, learn how to detangle. There are many ways to do this. You can use a brush. Detangling brushes are a thing now. You can use your fingers, which is my favorite and my go-to, as you will see in my videos. Or you can use a wide tooth comb. You can use an afro as well. However, whichever method you're going to choose, learn how to do it properly. There are videos, tutorials, whatever. If you want a video from me on different ways to safely detangle, let me know in the comment section. But I have also done some videos where you will see me actually detangle my hair with the comb, and you watch me like do the method that is best for your hair. So yeah, learn how to detangle properly. Also, note that detangling is a must. Detangling is not optional. You have to detangle because that is how you get rid of knots, that is how you loosen your hair, that is how you make it easier for you to wash your hair correctly, that is how you prevent further tangling. And the only way to do that is through overcoming detangling. And that's something that is like a little bit of trial and error, because you have to learn this one yourself. But when you find the method that works for you, stick to it, literally stick beside it. Don't shift from the detangling method, because you would have found the one, and just that's how you just don't complicate your life. Okay, now this one I know tends to stress people out, but assess your hair type based on characteristics. Assess your hair. You have to look at your hair. You have to get to know your hair. Now I know you hear high density, low density, low porosity, high porosity. But you hear all these terms and then you think, oh, where do I even begin with understanding all of these terms? What do they all mean? What matters? What doesn't matter? Oh my goodness, oh my soul. And again, I have made a video about, do all these hair terms really matter? I'll link it as well in the description box below. But what I want to say to simplify all of that is assess your hair based on how your hair is. My hair is thick. My hair is not thick. My hair is very flimsy. It falls quickly when I go outside. My hair stands up. It's very strong. Like it protrudes up on its own. Even when I try to bring it down, it just does this. That's a hair characteristic. My hair dries very easily. Like when I put water on it, the water absorbs and it gets dry really quickly. Or my hair takes forever to get wet in the shower. Like doesn't matter how long I am standing under that water, my hair takes 20 minutes just to absorb water. Those are all hair characteristics, and in my opinion, to simplify this for you, that is what matters most, as opposed to you trying to figure out all the terminology, because you don't really need all of that stuff in the beginning. You just need to know how your hair is, how your hair behaves, and then from that place, that can help to inform what hairstyles are best for you. Also, it can help to inform how you need to structure your wash day. This one is also important. Find one hairstylist and stick to her. Try by all means to have only one person handle your hair. Whether that person is yourself or it is a hairstylist, or again, two people. It can be you and one hairstylist. If it's not even you, then fine, just have one hairstylist. But the point is, avoid having too many hands dealing with your hair. Why do I say this? One, it takes long for a hairstylist to understand your hair. So if you are going to this person this week, they start to get to know your hair. Next week, you go to someone else, they also start to get to know your hair. Next week, literally every time you're going to the salon, you are starting over with someone who is being reintroduced to your hair, meaning that your ability to see growth with your hairstylist is slim to none. Whereas if you have one person handling your hair, they eventually get to learn how your hair is. In fact, you can get to a point, which I did get to with most of my regular clients, where I could be braiding their hair and I can say, actually, hey, I realize your hair has grown probably a good 3 inches since our braiding session 2 months ago. That's incredible. Or I can be able to say, actually, you know what? I'm realizing that the breakage you have in the front is getting worse. It's worse than it was last month. Let's do this and that about it. And that is how you build a relationship with someone who is going to support your journey in hair growth, especially when you're someone who's not too clued up on your hair, because doing your hair yourself is not a thing for everyone. Honestly, not everyone needs to know how to do that. It's the same as doing like your own lashes or whatever. Not everyone needs to know how to DIY everything that comes to that relates to self-care. And so you want to make sure that you are partnering with someone, because it is a partnership. You are allowing them to touch this thing that is part of yourself, which is quite intimate. Honestly, hair care is a very intimate thing to share with someone else. So you want to ensure that that person is going to support this journey you're on, that they're going to support the hair goals you have, and also that their skill set is good enough to be able to get you to where you want to go, and also be able to tell you the truth, be able to make valid recommendations and all of that stuff. And that only works when you find one hairstylist who is qualified, loves natural hair, and you stick beside them. Now, my final point is that, girl, you need to get over your fear of trims. You need to get over your fear of the scissors, okay? Literally get over that fear. That fear is holding you back. When your hair is dead, you need to cut it off. Split ends, must be cut off. Split ends must be let go of. I have made another video yet again of the difference between trimming and dusting, which is very valuable. You can check that out. But don't be afraid of the scissors. If you can't do it yourself, again, that hairstylist that you're sticking beside, ask them if they are equipped and know how to trim your hair, because they'll make sure that they're using the right scissors, they'll make sure that they're using the right methods, and they'll also be able to tell you when it's time for another trim. So yeah, that is it from me. I hope that all of these 8 tips have been valuable and will assist you as you grow in this natural hair care journey. And for more things like this, you can follow me on my Instagram. You can also follow me especially on my TikTok, where I share a lot of these short tips that you can use in your hair care journey. But until then, I will catch you in my next one.